All right, so here I am again. I found another really fascinating looking old building, and there's like a ton of overgrowth. So basically the only way I'm going to get into this thing is if I just kind of balls it right on through, which I'm going to do because this building looks really badass and maybe not as blocked up as the last few I've seen. I've noticed around the trail I've been running on that a lot of these old buildings are just kind of still there, and they just kind of brick them over, and you can to keep people out. This one doesn't appear to be bricked over though. You can kind of hear in the background there's some construction going on, and I'm not sure what they're doing, you know. It seems to me like maybe they're gosh, it's really starting to hurt my knees. I'm probably going to be all inflamed later, but anyway, it seems like maybe they're starting to renovate some of this area to maybe get some tourists over here to check out these old buildings, or to at least use these old buildings as kind of cool background for... Hello? Wow, look at this, like old car parts and stuff. But maybe use some of these cool buildings as like background for some resorts, or I don't know. It's definitely neat though. I mean, I would love to know what this used to be, like a church or what, you know. This is kind of now this really fascinating looking. Yeah, I don't want to go up to the second floor. It doesn't look like, for risk of, well, I'm pretty sure the whole infrastructure could fall out on me right now, but definitely if I go to the second floor, there's probably going to be some issues. So, but yeah, I mean, just really cool looking old infrastructure here. Being as we are in Porto, I imagine that maybe this used to be used as, well, I don't know, it doesn't look very big. I mean, you can see how they cemented this in, and someone actually chiseled this out so they can get through here. And I can look this up. Maybe this later will give me a hint about what this building could have been, but it looks like some old pools. Kind of similar to what was at the other one. So perhaps it was something similar to what the other building was. I don't know, maybe it was an old church or something, but what I find really fascinating is the number of like car bumpers back here. And they had to have gotten here somehow, so I really don't know what I've stumbled across, but they seem to have been here for quite some time. Yeah, you can see that looks like maybe used to be an old stairway up. Someone had some port earlier, but that's completely cemented in now. Yeah, you can see all the thorns on here, kind of like going into my leg. But you know, I kind of knew what I was in for when I trounced through all this overgrowth. But yeah, so you can see just the heaps of old car parts in here, and toilets. It's really fascinating. And just the upstairs too, you know, it's just clearly no one's been in here for a while. You know, I think that I could get up if I took this log, but you know, that I just honestly don't trust the floor. Just don't trust that flooring. Anyway, yeah, so I mean, you could see all the overgrowth I had to come through to get in here. It just kind of sucks. You know, I got these boots right before the trip specifically for stuff like this. Of course I didn't wear them today. Shoot, I'm trying to get around to the front side. Let's see what we can do. I mean, you can see these bushes are just nuts. They're nutsoid. you know. I don't think there's any snakes in Porto, but I have no idea. Yeah, this is crazy right here. Definitely not equipped for this right now in terms of my attire. But I think this is the definition of trailblazing right now. I just got myself pretty good with that last one. Alright, but let's see. We're coming around to the front of this thing here. Yeah, you can see some of these things are really gnarly. Ow. Yikes. That one was totally wrapped around my ankle. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, this is just crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find my way in here. And in here you're starting to see some drops. Yeah, but okay, anyway, so you get the picture over here. Really cool looking building. And some kind of starting to look a little sketchy here. I mean, you can see. So what I'm gonna do is go back the way I came so that I don't die trying to get into an abandoned old building. But anyway, yeah, this is Porto Urban Exploration Round 2 from science2earth.com. Again, my name's Brad. Thank you for checking out the channel. See you next time.